It doesn't look like Katt Williams is letting Diddy off anytime soon, because new reports claim he just leaked another list of names connected to Diddy's private circle. Unlike before, this one isn't focused on escorts being paid to show up at the parties. Instead, it allegedly points to established rappers who were also being passed around at Diddy's gatherings. The stakes have shifted, and the attention surrounding this is already louder than the last time. The first name tied to the list was Trey Songz. For a lot of people, that was surprising. Many celebrities have been linked to Diddy's lifestyle over the years because of their close associations with him. But Trey was someone who managed to avoid being mentioned in all of that. According to what's being shared now, Trey was present at several of those parties, alongside other well-known names, but he kept a low profile. That silence may have made him think he avoided being noticed, but that changed once this new list surfaced. When Katt supposedly dropped Trey's name as one of Diddy's favorites, some questioned the claim. There was doubt at first about whether Trey really belonged in that conversation. But then an older video from 2024 began spreading again. In that clip, an influencer said he attended one of Diddy's parties and claimed to have personally witnessed Trey Songz and Diddy making out. Once that clip went viral, the doubts began to shift, and people started revisiting what Katt Williams had been saying.
Diddy party right now, but I don't know the rules of the game if I'm allowed to say it.
Say it. You'll be okay.
One of my boys, a social media influencer, this was early back in like 2018.
What's one of your boys?
I'm not gonna expose him because he said some violent. He was at a Diddy party and they invited him to Diddy's room. He walks in, Trey Songz was sitting on Diddy's lap making out with him, and they asked him if he wanted to join.
What the
No, ain't no way. Ain't no
They're
way.
all gay. They're all undercover gays, I promise you.
And if you thought things couldn't get any messier, the situation takes another turn. Social media has started circulating claims that Trey might have actually picked up his behavior toward women from being around Diddy. Given Diddy's long and very public history when it comes to women, people didn't need much explanation for why that connection was being made. What stood out more was how Trey's own history seemed to mirror that same pattern, making the comparison between the two even harder to ignore. Looking back at Trey's past, there were already situations that raised red flags. The first major incident that really put his reputation under question came in 2017. That was when actress Keke Palmer spoke out and accused him of pressuring her during the making of the Pick Up the Phone music video. According to her, Trey continued to insist she take part in the shoot, even after she had clearly told him no multiple times. It was that moment that first pulled attention to a different side of him, one that didn't match the polished image he often presented publicly.
They start playing a song that I happen to be in. They start saying like they want me to be in it. One person asks me, I say no. Another person asks me, I'm like, no. People keep asking me. Now, mind you, they've been giving food, they've been giving drinks, and I'm just starting to feel like, yo, I'm being like cornered. Like, sounds comical as but y'all, I hid in the goddamn closet. I hid in the goddamn closet because I was so afraid. Like, I didn't know.
If you thought the first story was concerning, the situation continued to spiral when another serious allegation surfaced. In December 2019, a woman named Giara Jeff came forward and filed a lawsuit against Trey. She claimed the incident took place at Diddy's New Year's Eve party in 2018, where Trey was also in attendance. According to her account, she and her friends were planning to head out to another club later that night, and Trey offered them a ride. What started as a casual decision quickly shifted into something troubling once they arrived. Giara alleged that Trey had been drinking, and while inside the club, he crossed a line in a very public way. She said he shoved his hands under her dress and into her underwear without her consent, right there in the middle of the crowd. As upsetting as that was on its own, Giara later found out she wasn't the only one who had experienced something like that. Another woman in her friend group reportedly went through a similar encounter that same night, saying Trey slipped his hand into her underwear and grabbed her as well. The claims painted a picture of a pattern rather than an isolated moment. The controversy deepened when people started revisiting older footage connected to Trey. Not long after Giara's lawsuit, an interview clip of BB Rexa began circulating again. In the video, she shared her own experience, saying Trey once forced her into a kiss and hinted that he may have tried to escalate things beyond that. The resurfacing of that clip only added fuel to the conversation, suggesting that there might have been multiple moments in Trey's past where boundaries were crossed.
Trey Songz was there with his date, and I go to the pool house, literally, and I swear to everything, he's giving me the eye all night, and I was like, okay, what's going on? This is weird. I go to the pool house, just like right by the pool, and he literally is at the door and pushes me against the wall and puts his lips on my lips and is like, let's do this. I'm like, oh my god, I don't think I'm supposed to. This story is great.
Yeah. Same thing just happened to me with Trey Songz. Totally, yes.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna get killed for this. I probably am.
No. And then he held you down, right?
No, it was cool. I said, no, I can't, I'm not doing this right
Your
now.
lawyer dropped the charges, though, right?
Stop! No, but I said, no, I'm not trying to do this right now. He was, I'm trying anyway. I don't want that anyway. And he walked out of something else happened, but I just...
Top of everything else, Selena Powell stepped forward with her own allegations against Trey Songz. She accused him of coercing her into intimate acts without her consent and claimed the same thing happened to her friend Elisa during a separate encounter. Selena also suggested that Trey has a pattern of intimidating women who try to speak out, which could explain how he's managed to avoid serious consequences up to this point. That detail also made people connect the dots, because intimidation and threats have long been part of the accusations surrounding Diddy as well. The similarities between their situations are hard to overlook. Both have been accused of using power to silence women, and the timing of Trey's closeness with Diddy raised more questions. Trey did try to respond publicly when Selena's accusations gained attention. In a series of tweets, he said he usually kept quiet about these kinds of claims, but felt the movement to support real victims was being hijacked by people trying to tear him down. He insisted that people will believe what they want, and added that he was focusing on positive things in his life despite the negativity aimed at him. In his own words, Trey said the devil wanted his soul now more than ever, but he would keep his head high and keep moving forward. He also thanked the people who stood by him during those difficult moments. Still, the response didn't convince everyone, and some found it a little too convenient that his behavior seemed to shift not long after becoming close with Diddy. For critics, that connection only supported Katt Williams' claim that Trey allegedly lost his V card to Diddy and was part of the circle being passed around. But Trey's name wasn't the last one to spark conversation, because talk online soon shifted to Rick Ross. Word began spreading that his name was also tied to Katt's alleged list, which set off another round of speculation. Around the same time, old interrogation footage resurfaced showing a man speaking about being forced into Diddy's infamous freak-offs. This wasn't just anyone making accusations, it turned out to be one of the shooters involved in a high-profile incident at one of Trump's hotels. His statements added a new layer of seriousness to the discussion. During questioning, the man appeared willing to share as much as possible, likely hoping it would help him secure a better deal with the authorities. What shocked people most was that he mentioned Diddy without being prompted. Investigators hadn't even asked about Diddy when the man suddenly started talking about him, describing details that connected back to the rumors already swirling. That moment gave the claims more weight, because when someone facing charges begins volunteering extra information, it often raises eyebrows about what they might really know.
Yeah. Diddy, whatever you call himself. Yeah, go ahead. I had both Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would talk about this Cassie. I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all, alright? I called Herbies, and I came back and I sued for Herbies.
One of the first names that came up was Rick Ross. The man hinted that things between Diddy and Rick Ross became intimate. He mentioned Ross on his own during questioning without being asked.
We say good buddies, okay? They're gay. Who? Both. Diddy and Ross. And Katt. They all gay.
Yeah, Kelly, Rick Ross, and Diddy.
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
The fact that Rick Ross was one of the first names to come up as noticeable, especially since he has worked hard to keep whatever connection he has with Diddy away from the public. When people usually talk about Diddy's alleged behavior, the same set of names tend to circulate, but Rick Ross rarely appears near the top of that list. Still, it's not as if the topic has never been raised. Ross X, Tia Kemp, has spoken out several times about his links to Diddy. The issue is that many people ignored her comments, since Tia has built a reputation for criticizing Ross online. Just a few weeks ago, however, she went even further, claiming that Ross had allegedly been intimate with Diddy behind the scenes.
Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn happen. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off here. The gents no more. You running out of now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with.
One thing about Tia is that she never holds back when it comes to dragging Rick Ross. He hasn't had much peace since their split, but this time her words are being looked at differently. Not only did one of Diddy's alleged victims make the same claim, but Katt Williams has also backed it up. Another name tied to the list is Yike Osiris, and this one doesn't come as much of a surprise. Osiris wasn't exactly quiet about his connection to Diddy. People remember when Diddy took him on a vacation, and he posted, then quickly deleted, a picture of the two of them getting a couple's massage by the sea. He also added a caption about listening to Diddy and BQK while enjoying fruit in the good weather, which raised eyebrows. Things took an even stranger turn when Osiris's ex-girlfriend came forward, saying their relationship ended after she allegedly caught him in bed with another man. She addressed it directly, telling people, "Stop asking me what happened with my BD. I caught him with a man." Right away, fingers started pointing at Diddy. Later, when Osiris appeared on The Breakfast Club, the host brought up the rumors and asked him about it.
I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
See?
Why can't Osiris in Jamaica with his alleged boo Diddy? Can we talk about Diddy new boy toy? Why can't Osiris? Why you did this to Diddy, man? It's messed up, man.
Nah,
Why you even bring that up, Envy?
I just asked my roommate so we can clear it up. That's what the breakfast
I didn't even know that. That ain't nothing to be cleared up.
Super leaf.
That ain't nothing to be cleared
I
up.
say, I don't know what happened about that. I don't know what the hell.
Emmy, what's the
No.
Oh, okay.
I was with a shawty.
Alright, but Diddy was there.
No, he was a whole other different.
Oh, so they just made this up?
Yeah, they made it up, yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he was in a whole other different area. Like, he was,
Have you ever met Diddy?
yeah.
Okay, did he ask you to party?
Yeah.
Party?
Man.
Now the talk on the streets is that Diddy allegedly gave Osiris an STI, which some say explains why Hollywood has been keeping its distance from him. It also lines up with that rant Osiris went on, where he complained about being cast out of the industry and not being welcomed the way he expected.
I just want to die. That's what I want. I want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to just crash out right now and just like this life. I swear to God. I had to take a ride, bro. Get out my house. Cause the demons are trying to attack me, bro. Like it's been. Y'all keep using that Drake shit, huh? Drake. Me and Drake don't talk. Me and the baby don't talk. Nobody else you Nobody, so don't keep.
This whole thing is a complete mess. But honestly, it makes you wonder if we'll ever really find out just how deep this Diddy rabbit hole goes. Something tells me this isn't the end of it. And there's still more waiting to come out. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. Stay tuned for all the latest updates and deep dives you won't want to miss.